I mean, the only thing that that's going through my mind right now is that this is what the American people voted for. Donald Trump has been promising these pardons ever since he announced his candidacy in Waco, Texas, the scene of one of the most notorious battles between American law enforcement and the American extremist movement that resulted in the death of numerous law enforcement officers.
Well, that was a lot yesterday. Can we just say, anybody else winded? A little bit winded? That was Officer Fanone, having just spent time with Officer Dunn, Harry Dunn, Saturday night for Sexy Liberal. I'm not sure. Okay. I guess this is what flooding the zone with means, right?
Yep.
So here we go. Strap in, everyone. Wow, that was a lot. So here's the thing, America. We can unplug. So like the mama bird, we have to take all this in. And then fortunately, it does make us sick, so we will vomit, but very lovingly into your mouth, everything that happened, so you can save your stomach and your sanity. Wow.
Yeah.
Okay. So where do we start? Should we? Do we need to review what? There's a Elon Nazi salute twice, which is it's hard to do that by accident.
It is.
Yeah.
And they're saying it's autism.
Right, because they were so very kind to Governor Walz's son, who was
the Anti-Defamation
overcome
League.
with emotion.
Yeah, they came out.
The Anti-Defamation League
Right.
said it was just autism, not a Nazi salute, because they're in bed with Trump now.
Yes, they are.
Wow. So
They
this
are.
Is what,
They
this
are.
is what 1984, not the year, but the actual
book?
Book.
The book, the movie, the
Right.
whatever. Yeah.
Right.
Book was better than the film.
Right. And there's all the front row tech billionaires that are controlling all of the information spaces now. So,
Hi,
So,
Mr. Cuban.
I-
Hi, everybody that's liberal.
okay, Melania Trump dressed like Al Capone. I guess they're just finally admitting
That was
we are a family of mobsters, or
That was
a Hamburglar. You
yes.
take your pick,
That was
or the
literally
mask.
the Hamburglar's hat.
Right.
Yeah.
She did look like Al Capone. They're just like, yes, we are gangster. Do you know they've already looted like what 50 billion with this stupid coin? What the hell is a Bitcoin? I don't even know what it is. Cryptocurrency.
That's not even a Bitcoin.
It's
It's
a
not
meme
even.
coin. It's a meme. What the hell? What the actual?
It's not even real crypto. It's a weird like NFT to me.
I don't.
But people have put value on it, and it
I
has
don't-
value now.
This is holy crap. Okay, so am I getting? I don't even. There's no such thing as a dusting anymore. So he thinks he can overturn the Constitution, birthright citizenship with the executive order, which he can't. Are there experts anymore? They're saying even this Supreme Court won't uphold that. So some stuff
We'd
was just,
think.
look at me, I made a boom boom with my big Sharpie marker.
I think his reasoning is that he's going to change the definition of birthright citizenship.
Exactly. That's what Dean said yesterday.
Yeah, That was his reasoning, and they think that can be a way to slide in.
Basically, if you're here as a tourist or
Sure.
not here with documentation and you happen to have a child, that child does not automatically get U.S. citizenship. I think that's what...
Yeah, we talked
He
to
did
Dean
the
about
lie
that.
again about no one else has it, and lots of countries have it. Okay.
Few.
Okay, we got out of the World Health Organization, just as bird flu is getting, and the Paris Climate Agreement. Oh, and there's an ice. It's snowing in Florida, and also
Orleans.
still fires here in Los Angeles in the rainy season. But, pardon me?
Oh, we may have rain on Saturday.
Yay!
Yay! Oh, and Ron DeSantis officially in an official Florida thing called it the Gulf of America.
He did. Yes, he did.
Yeah.
The only thing I enjoyed yesterday is the clip of Hillary Clinton laughing her ass off when Trump said, "We're renaming it the Gulf of America." I don't. Okay, so the Hamburglar hat, I think, was so that he couldn't kiss her because he tried, and she's like, none. No. Her face wanted
Individual liberty.
from him, yes, and his gross Garfield anus lips. See, even Bonnie and Clyde are...
Yeah, what are they doing up there?
Well, if you're not alarmed, you're not paying attention. Yesterday was, wow. Yes, there was the post. They made fun of Tim Walz's son for being overly emotional towards his father because of autism, but excuse away Elon's Nazi salute with his autism. I don't think so. OMG. It is fully springtime. Yeah.
Springtime for Trump and America.
If you're gonna be fine.
Did he promise us golden showers? I think that's what he meant. We are about to get some golden showers, whether we want to or not. He said it's the new, the golden age. It's going to be the new golden age. Chuck Schumer tweeted, it's a golden age for drug companies that no longer have to lower prices.
Yep.
It's a golden age for oil executives as clean energy is being killed. Oh, what are the two emergencies that the border, which is not emergencies. Border crossings are at an all-time low. Mm-hmm. And what was the other? Oh, drill, baby, drill. Yes, apparently we're also in an energy crisis, even though we're producing more oil than ever.
And the oil companies are not using all the leases they already have.
Right. There's that. Here was another layer. I do apologize. I did have you print all of.
Yeah, I got up when you went to bed.
I was on my Martin Luther King Day bike ride with my Major Taylor Club. And so I deliberately, at the time of the thing, was... And so I had to catch up, and I had to go to social media to go, is this... Oh, my God. Is this as crazy as I think it is? And yes, the answer was unequivocally yes.
Computer says yes.
I think it's even worse than people... Even we could have imagined, right? J.D. Vance and Pound Bondi just said, "Oh no, not the violent January 6th."
Mm-hmm. But yes,
but
the
yes,
violent.
The lying, the parade of lies. And if you think there's going to be any guardrail, them at all, they're on tape saying absolutely all of them, all the violent ones, and the head of the Proud Boys and the Oath Keepers, the guy with only one
good eye.
Stuart Rhodes. Okay. By the way, another level of this, I again brought to my attention on social media. Brandon tweets, all these women who turned in January 6th terrorists are in danger tonight.
And
so
there's a father
so
that
are a
turned
lot
in
of us.
That kid that turned in his father.
Yes.
He told the media last night that he has now had to go into hiding and has had to get himself a gun to protect himself from his father.
Oh, that's what the QAnon shaman, who he also pardoned, that's the
he
first
said,
thing he
"Getting
said is,
a gun."
I'm going to go get some mother guns.
Yeah.
That's
He just let it. This is it is what is it? What do I keep saying? Ghostbusters meets Batman meets
Arkham Asylum.
Yes, he has let a violent group of thugs to do his bidding, to stand back and stand by. And if they do anything else, he'll just pardon them again. It'll be like, will there be an official bitch had it coming?
As long as it's federal crimes, he can pardon them again.
Yeah, look at Brandon retweeted all these headlines. Capitol riot suspect turned in by X after texting her, "If you can't see the election was stolen, you're a moron." This is, like, as I said, the beginning of the rewriting of history. Trump said it again yesterday. And oh my God, how many speeches did he give? It was like Walter the dog. Oh my God. How many words did he speak yesterday? They told me not to say it, but 2020 was totally rigged. Also, did he admit that he stole this election like the sociopath that he is? Because now there's nothing we can do about it? Oh, even Allison Gill is like, right to the Attorney General of Pennsylvania. I don't know if that's just to own the libs, or it's just like any sociopath, he's proud of what he did, and he's just like, thanks, Elon.
Own the libs. That's all he does.
I mean, I don't.
That's what he's motivated by.
Let's hope you're correct on that.
I could see the pain in Harry Dunn's eyes. I asked him, how is this going to feel? But I think almost nobody thought he really is going to pardon all of them. All of the violent ones.
He
commuted like 9 of them.
Do not ever tell me they're the Law and Order Party again. No. Or they're the pro-police party. Are you kidding me?
They're not.
And there he is at the scene of the crime where he tried to overthrow the government 4 years ago with those same Capitol Police officers, right? Protecting him. And
the Republican Party ceased to become the tough on crime party during Trump's first administration.
Right.
Exactly.
We can't call them the tough on crime party anymore. We haven't been able to for like 6 years now.
Yeah.
At least, yeah.
Yeah. Right. David says, by pardoning essentially everyone convicted of ransacking the Capitol and attacking police on January 6th, Donald Trump can no longer claim that he didn't condone the violence that day. Everything he's ever said is a lie. Here's one more with Officer Fanone yesterday. Bless him.
Yeah. This feels like a betrayal to you.
Oh, I have been betrayed by my country. Rest assured, I have been betrayed by my country, and I've been betrayed by those that supported Donald Trump. Whether you voted for him because he promised these pardons or for some other reason, you knew that this was coming, and here we are. Tonight, 6 individuals who assaulted me as I did my job on January 6th, as did hundreds of other law enforcement officers, will now walk free.
It's like the moment, I thought, it's the most amazing moments of Sexy Liberal Saturday Night in D.C. I said to Harry Dunn, if no one said it, a grateful nation thanks you. And he said, well, actually, they didn't. They me. I thought, man, funny, but also super true, and it just, you can see the pain and the anger still in their eyes, that they were beaten and maced. And the people that beat Officer Fanone are out now.
Yep.
Oh, by the way, they told them they could go to the inaugural balls if they wanted.
Yeah.
Okay, here's one last
I
one.
think that the Republican Party owns a monopoly on hypocrisy when it comes to supporting or their supposed support of law enforcement. Because tonight, the leader of the Republican Party pardoned hundreds of violent cop assaulters.
Mm-hmm. So, again, we're not even a day into this. The vast majority of Americans are against this. Mm-hmm. How many are any of these going to matter? All of this stuff he's doing that the vast majority of Americans claim they're not for, claim they didn't vote for. I mean, okay. This one. Audrey said, it's not the same feeling as 2016. It's a feeling we had when the plane struck the second tower and we knew what was going on.
Yep.
I mean, it is, you can be forgiven for being everything. Sick to your stomach, crying for America, on and on. Oh, by the way, Daily Show says, as of 12:02 Eastern, we officially declare an end to dry January. Yeah, sorry, people struggling. Rude Pundit was literally drinking gin yesterday.
I kind of believe him.
Morning.
We think.
I kind of believe him on that.
I actually do believe him. I thought he was, because he's a kidder, as you know. But I'm like, no, I think that's gin.
You can't tell. I mean, it was clear liquid. You cannot tell.
Did he have to go to work? No, he didn't, because it was a holiday.
It was a holiday,
Yeah.
so he could have been hammered by noon his time.
Oof. It was 6:30 our time in the morning.
It was 9:30 his time, so
Wow.
Nights is a
good
little
news.
more appropriate.
This is good news for airport bars. They're like, why aren't you open yet? It's 5 in the morning.
No, they open in L.A. at 6 because that's when we can serve.
Yeah, we can serve at 6.
Oh, is that it?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Things we're going to need to know going forward.
I believe they can serve until 4 now in certain parts of the city.
No, that didn't go through.
Oh, it didn't? Okay, that's good.
So, thank you, Joe Walsh, with some fun facts as we put in your hazmat suit. The show has begun. He says one last time, because he lies as he breathes, here are the facts on the domestic America that Trump is inheriting. Employment way up, unemployment way down, wages way up, the market way up, personal spending way up, inflation down, peaked 2 years ago, domestic and energy production way up, border crossings way down, deportations way up, crime way down. I believe lots of people you can pin that, the actual statistics from yesterday and where we are. Okay. Yes, angry staffer said, as so far today we have withdrawn from the Paris Climate Agreement, announced 25% tariffs on Mexico and Canada starting February 1st, withdrawn from the World Health Organization. This the stability you voted for, MAGA? Okay. Did I miss anything particularly horrific in that first... I'm running out of time. I'm not going to... The first segment's going to have to be 3 hours long now, because I can't possibly cover...
We have to call it Mount McKinley now, so
Okay.
there's that.
Chris, who said, if I have one regret from my time leading Planned Parenthood, it's that we believed that providing vital health care with public opinion on our side would be enough to overcome the political onslaught.
Howard Taft.
No, that was Cecile Richards, the
very wrong
dearly
answer.
departed.
Very wrong.
Very wrong.
Well, we're going to have to figure it out. How we get back from this. It's okay to make a Nazi salute, and they will defend even that era.
The media is.
Yeah. Hey, media,
Media are.
nicely done. And you media wondering how we got here. How did we get here? Huh.
People in the media are.
Yeah, it makes odd hand gesture.
Yeah.
Oh my God. Yeah, I did not see that coming.
Not see that coming?
Did
what I
not
said
see
there?
it.
He did it twice.
So it wasn't a mistake.
And it wasn't like just sticking his hand out. He did
the
heart
whole thing,
and
didn't
did
he?
the whole thing.
Yeah, did the whole Zeke Heil.
Yes.
Did the Zeke and the Heil.
Right.
Yeah.
And then did you see the Photoshop of Kamala Harris doing that?
By the way,
She was in Altadena yesterday.
yeah. By the way, helping fire victims.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. She came back with an all female crew, and it was already helping yesterday fire victims.
She could have been our president. People.
Wow. Did we up to a? Okay, all right. Let's. Hey, we have Charlie Pierce and Cliff Schechter to help us through today.
Good luck.
Yeah, 20. Wow, Jody. We got our 25th letter yesterday of someone identifying the Grace and Frankie clip.
And I went,
as the
no.
Grace and Frankie clip.
I know.
I just emailed back going, no.
No. I think that's going to make her quit.
I do
think I'm
too.
gonna quit
She's
because
teetering
of
on the
that.
edge. Thanks a lot. 25th person that sent the same
Yeah.
clip we already know is from Grace and Frankie, and
gonna-
not the take your line of down to the Five and Dime, which is the one we don't know where it's from. We know Shut the Top Mountain is from Grace and Frankie.
I blame that 25th person.
I do too.
That's right. Jody was on the edge and bink. Okay, 20. It's worse than you think. Just in case, because I know a lot of people are only watching us. So we will take all the incoming, and we will vomit it lovingly back to you. It was a show of epic proportions. Baby signed what now? 50 executive orders and said, "Look at my boom boom. Look at what I did." Okay. So who knows whether he can just Sharpie away the what's the thing I'm looking for, Chris? The U.S. Constitution.
Right.
14th Amendment. Okay, we'll see about that. By the way, speaking of which, Vote Your Interest said, I'm wondering if the Supreme Court is proud of what they've unleashed in Trump, an autocrat, dictator, oligarch christening. 1,500 criminals back on the streets, plus one, including Trump. Nicely done. Nicely done, everyone. Looking at you, Supreme Court. Malley said, if you voted for Trump, please don't quote Martin Luther King. You cannot say we should judge people by the content of their character, not the color of their skin, when character clearly does not matter to you. Please and thank you. All right, 29 minutes after the hour, Charlie Pierce.
There were a bunch, Jake. I thought it was interesting that the president gave a scripted inaugural address in which, honestly, there was not a ton to fact check. I'd say a smattering of falsehoods. And then immediately after, in this unscripted speech, he returned to his familiar lie-a-minute style. So he said the 2020 election was totally rigged. We know that's a lie. He said his opponents tried to rig it this time. That's more nonsense. He said California Democrats tried to cheat and that he thinks he would have won the state this time if it were not rigged. Well, it was a free and fair election in that state as well. He lost by more than 3 million votes.
Oh, poor Daniel Dale. It's going to be a long, long
He
4
claimed
years.
he won Alabama this time by 48 points, or like between 30 and 31. And then on immigration, he spoke of the jails of every country in the world being emptied into this country. He has never provided any evidence for his familiar claim that foreign countries are deliberately emptying prisons to send people here as migrants. He boasted of building 571 miles of border wall. Official statistics show it was actually 458 miles. And then he turned to January 6th. He spoke at length about, he said the committee deleted all evidence, almost everything. It simply did not. That did not happen.
Okay. Poor Daniel. They have to bring him water, and then he continued.
And he repeated this claim that former House Speaker Nancy Pelosi has admitted that she rejected a Trump offer of 10,000 National Guard troops on January 6, 2021. First of all, there is no basis for the claim Trump even made her such an offer. It wouldn't even have made sense given that he, the president, is the commander of the D.C. National Guard. The Speaker of the House has no authority to deploy them or thwart a deployment. And second of all, she never admitted that such an offer was made. She has steadfastly rejected that. She is on tape on January 6th expressing frustration with the security failure that day and saying that I take responsibility for not having them better prepared. But that kind of vague assertion that, I could have done more here is not an admission that she turned down any specific security offer. Okay. She has never made such an admission whatsoever, Jake.
All right. Thank you, Daniel Dale. That was on the first not even full day of Trump's whatever this is going to be. See, I get good. I'm a recycler. See, I got good use out of my Not My President. Oh, we have a new shirt up thanks to George Harris, our listener graphic designer. It is on Not My Felon 47.
Yep.
Stephanie Miller Show t-shirt. Please go get it. StephanieMiller.com.
Brand new. Brand new.
Yes, brand spanking new.
Impress your friends.
Yes. Please. I'm sorry, where was I? Oh, I was doddering off into... yes, but please, cue more of the faux outrage of Nancy Pelosi and Karen Pence not being there when he tried to kill her husband. Both of them. Oh, both of them. They were probably out doing shots.
Together.
Yeah.
Pence showed up at the scene of the crime.
He did.
Okay. Can I just say thank you, Kim, in Seattle? She said, Barron Trump is weird AF. Okay, can we just say he's not a child anymore?
No, he's 18.
First of all, he does not smile. He's Damien. I swear to God, he's Damien. He doesn't smile, just like his father. And then when Trump introduced him, he did this thing with his hand, like more applause, with like no smile. Well, I was like, oh God.
If you notice, they didn't take him anywhere near a church yesterday.
Oh my God.
So he is
Trump
Damien.
didn't put his hand on the Bible.
Right.
I mean, granted, it would have burst into flames if there is, in fact, a God, but... Yes,
He
Kim
swore
says
to
Barron
nothing.
is so weird and non-human-like. I know he's 6'7", but he's more than super tall. He looks like a creature from AI. The only thing creepier than watching Barron with the sound on is watching him with the sound off. Something just ain't right. You have to send this to Frangela's department if something ain't right. Creepy.
Whatever happened to his
He's
nanny?
demon seed, right? Where's his nanny? Probably threw
was
herself
all
off
for him.
threw herself off a balcony somewhere. It's all for you, Barron. That's what's next. Demon seed is next in the line of royal succession. Now that we're in a... What the hell are we in? We're in everything. Oligarchy, Kazakhs. I don't even...
Kazakhstaki?
Yeah, everything. Oh, my God.
I think she means kleptocracy.
Kleptocracy and a...
Cacophony?
Could you put a pencil on my tongue?
I think you're going to need one.
Again, only a half day
Bite on my wallet.
into the Trump presidency. And I'm
Bite on my wallet.
Oh, thank you.
That's what you're supposed to.
Can I keep it? Your wallet?
No.
Okay.
There's nothing
Oh,
in
how
it.
about this? Just in case you didn't tune in, you're wondering, hey, Steph, how big and mean and dumb and loud was yesterday? Oh, the most, everybody, the most. Jacob Soboroff tweets, President Trump has rescinded former President Biden's executive order, which created a task force to reunite families deliberately separated at the border by Trump. As many as 1,000 families remain separated because of that policy. Super big, super dumb, super mean. God bless the United States, am I right?
God bless the United States.
I hate to draw another compare and contrast, but as I mentioned, and Kyle Griffin posts, Vice President Harris flew back to Los Angeles with an all-female U.S. Air Force crew, the first time an all-female crew has operated C-33. Upon landing, Harris visited local fire stations and distributed food to community members impacted by the wildfires.
Governor Harris.
Governor Harris has a nice ring to it, doesn't it? I'll be here in the United State of California. I think we're just going to be Californians for 4 years. Okay, but we will airlift Karen in from Chicago. Hello, Karen.
Oh, they have Pritzker.
Please.
They have Pritzker. So they're-
Bring
have
a
a
Pritzker or two.
yeah.
They do.
We have Pritzker, but yeah, we're going to have raids going on here apparently starting today.
There was the list of
Yeah,
10
I
cities.
just-
Chicago and Los Angeles were both on.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
that's super nice of them too. We're still in the middle of the wildfires. We had a red, warning yesterday.
Yeah.
There was, in fact, I got caught on my bike ride in super high winds. I had to quit because it was really,
God.
yeah. Oh, good. Oh, so he's gonna. We're gonna
it-
raid in the middle of people losing their homes. Yeah, because that'll make them
Yeah,
easier to
well,
find
we're-
because they
we're-
don't have a home, huh? Sorry.
Well, we're -6 here, so good luck with that. I don't
Yeah,
think
it's
that
very chilly there.
any
Yeah.
of these MFers are going to be coming in and doing much of anything on the street, at least. Stephanie, I don't even know where to begin. Okay,
Right.
Can I just say, in the words of Stuart Stevens, it was all a lie. The Republican Party has never stood for any of the things that they say that they stand for. They can take back the blue right out of their mouths. They can take
Will
law and
anyone in the
order,
media
rule
ask,
of law.
confront J.D. Vance and Pam Bondi and say, you said you are on tape saying he will, of course, not pardon violent January 6 criminals.
But and this is the thing, though, not for nothing. And you read that email. This SCOTUS must be happy, or I hope they're happy. Well, this Supreme Court, I mean, the conservatives on the court, they all lied in their confirmation hearings.
Yeah.
Every single one of them lied.
I'm not sure
And
I can be assured of
yeah.
anything now. Like, people are, legal experts, does such a thing exist anymore? They're saying even this Supreme Court is not going to, say yes to this, but I who knows, right?
Right. Well, and two, the Constitution. I think I saw Brian Tyler Cohen and Mark Elias, and they're talking about this birthright citizenship, and that it's going to be contested, in the Supreme Court. Even this Supreme Court can't, won't, let that stand. But I don't trust anything anymore. How can we?
Can I read you the posting of the day as a mom with a trans kid? Olivia Giuliani reposted Caitlyn Jenner, who said, "Congratulations, Mr. President. Thanks be to God." And Olivia said, "He just ordered the government to call you Bruce."
Yep.
Yeah, he did.
Right?
Yeah, right.
He did.
Exactly. No, I mean, I don't. It's hard to know exactly where to place our rage because there's so many places that it can go. And so I just think that this is why, Stephanie, and this is why you guys are so important. This is why our media, the people, and I had a client send me a text message. He's a gay gentleman and his husband, and they're just completely petrified at what's to come. And I just, I said to him, he's like, he doesn't know where to turn to get actual information. So I go, this is where you go. You go to WCPT Chicago. You go to Progressive 127. Right. You go to Political Voices.
And Karen, I said this yesterday. There's not just 75 million of us that voted for Kamala. There has got to be, I don't know what percentage, but there's got to be a percentage of Trump voters that are finding out in the F around and find out
soon.
Yeah,
right?
And
trust me, a bunch of half the country that didn't vote, a bunch of them are going to start waking up. So we are not impotent here, and we are not. That's the only thing. The only way they win is if we just give up, if we lay down and go, "Oh God,
that's right."
It's too much.
It's not a mandate. He kept saying it's a mandate.
Oh, God.
He did not get a mandate. And every single day, we need to be out there pointing out that eggs are not 99 cents a carton. A dozen,
yeah, what happened? Didn't the grocery stores get the memo?
Yeah.
I went to the grocery.
By the way,
I went to the grocery store 2 hours after his inauguration yesterday, and eggs were still $13.98 for 18.
What, Chris?
He's
Wait,
a failure
that's supposed to lower.
he's a failure as a president.
Yes, I love this. Mike in And California said, hey, Steph, what does this executive order mean? Direct agencies to address Americans' cost of living crises. Oh, well, they'll just get right on. I mean, some of these are so ridiculous, Karen, and reality showy. It's like, oh, okay. Why didn't Biden think of that? I'll just sign an executive order saying, oh, my God. Oh, look, see? Like, that's a conspiracy. All of my phone lines just blew up. And went away. And took
no.
Karen with them into a giant 1970s.
Let's restart it.
Quicksand.
Yeah, we're gonna need to
Sinkhole.
Kickstand.
Kickstand? Quickstand?
Wu-Tang is for the children posts. He's signing an EO to withdraw from the World Health Organization with bird flu on the verge of exploding and RFK Jr. probably taking over HHS. So what could possibly go wrong? Just in case you're wondering how bad it is. Our beloved Joe from Jers. By pardoning the most violent January 6 attackers, Trump is telling them to commit more violence in his name. If and when they do, he will protect them. We are all in terrible danger.
JoJo will be on with us on Monday.
Oh, also, I may need that Whoopi Goldberg, America, You in Danger Girl, that we'll have to play every 5 to 10 seconds.
I think you have it somewhere.
Harry Littman, not prone to outbursts,
No.
said, important to stay even-keeled, and I'm trying. He's already made some significant blunders, especially birthright citizenship, but it's the Tario commutation, if true. It's true, Harry.
Oh, it's true.
Makes you want to puke. I cannot think of a remotely similar betrayal of a country by a sitting president. You voted for a traitor. What did you expect? Mm-hmm. Right? Wajahat Ali, one last one. Millions of Americans voluntarily bent their knee to one of the worst men on earth. This will be studied by future generations with both shock and horror. Sadly, we have to live it or try to survive it. It did occur to me why so many people for their mental health have tuned out, but we don't have that luxury. I did too for my mental health, my bike ride with my Major Taylor team for, Martin Luther King Day because, some of them have lost their homes in Altadena, and I just wanted to stand in solidarity. But I had to turn on the news. It's my job when I get back in, and it's just, and immediately you live in hell.
Oh, we're back.
But I need to regurgitate this back into your. So I will just listen. We'll screen. Well, what are we? Like a strainer, Chris? Like a strainer? Something?
A colander.
Think of us as America's colander. We'll. You know how they do the president's aging? Do you have any idea how much I'm going to age? It's only
You might actually look
half a
your
day.
own age?
Oh no,
Perish
that will
the
never
thought.
happen.
Going to be ridiculous.
She's gonna fight that tooth and nail.
I am not going to age gracefully. I'm going to fight it like a honey badger. All right, 46 minutes after the hour, this portion of the show. at Sexy Liberal DC. Hi, Sue.
What an amazing night. I can't thank you all enough for that.
Aw, you're welcome, sweetie. Thank you.
Okay, now,
What a ride.
Well,
We've had 15 years we've been doing Sexy Liberal. Oh, I counted wrong. That was 17 shows we did last year in 1 year.
Well, I didn't do it. I didn't do it to make you unhappy, but I had to show you a picture of the bar baby who's graduating high school.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. No, I felt instantly Crypt Keeper. Yeah. That's the baby she brought to see
To the bar.
our first remote in D.C.
In Bethesda.
She's,
Yeah.
right. Yeah.
Yep, in Bethesda, she was like 8 months old. So
Yeah, yeah.
she'll be 18 in June.
Wow.
But we're still fighting the good fight. We're still, you are our number one.
Aw,
And
Sue,
so
can I tell you
take this
something?
criticism-
You do the same
Yeah.
thing for me. When I see you on the socials, I always, you can see, I always like your stuff because I am so happy you're still in the fight because I know you, like a lot of people, day after the election, were like, I'm done. I've done everything I can do. But it inspires me when I see you still fighting. So thank you.
Thank you. All I hear is my parents. I can take a day, then my parents are like, Susan, we survived 5 years in the ghetto as slaves. Put on your big girl panties and get back to work. And then I just, I remember that I live in a nice home surrounded by loving people, and I'm going to keep fighting for this democracy. And with all that being said, I do have one mild criticism because Barron Trump is on the autism spectrum. He has ASD. And I know this for a fact because up here in the Potomac, Maryland, he went to a special needs school when he was in elementary and middle school. It's why his mother was living up here where her parents were in Potomac.
Yeah, and who'll never admit that? Donald Trump, because he thinks it means weakness or there's something wrong genetically.
That's right.
So all the
thing
empathy they
Milan-
showed for Gus Waltz, it's please,
Exactly.
Yeah.
Oh, no doubt. It's the only good thing Melania has done is take care of him. She's kind of kept him protected. But now he's 6'7" and he's 18. But we have so much more to complain about. And I think we know what Trump's going to do. It's holding Republicans, seeing if we can find a couple of decent Republicans in Congress to say, no, enough. We're not going down this road. We're not giving Musk and Zuckerberg and Bezos the keys to the kingdom. We are elected legislators, and we actually are supposed to serve the people, who elected us. Maybe there are a few. I don't have high hopes, but that's where I'm going to take the attack.
Yep. You know what? Can I just say, all these tweets made me think of you. Andrea Junker said, "Have you ever wondered why Germans didn't do anything about Hitler? The West of the world is wondering exactly about that, about Americans and Trump." And people, people that survived that, by the way, saying, "Oh, we've seen this before," and so stop having people tell us, "Oh, you're being hysterical. This is hyperbole." I mean, first of all, he told you he wanted to be a dictator on day one. What was that you watched yesterday, right? Yeah, I'm trying to see the rest of this tweet. It got cut off.
Have it.
Okay. I'm in Munich today, out for a walk, and started talking with an 82-year-old doctor. Something he said hit me very strongly. Hang on, Jody's going.
I hear it printing.
Yes.
The rest of it.
There we go. He said Germans stopped caring about the truth once, too. Oh, my God. Does that say that's what happens if we just give up and go, oh, okay, whatever they say is the truth is the truth. There is no truth anymore. There is no facts. That's when we lose. Oh, here it is. This is what I was trying to figure out what kind of stee we're in. Kirsten Snell said, plutocracy, ruled by the wealthy. Kleptocracy, ruled by corrupt thieves. Kazakhstocracy, ruled by the worst, least qualified. What if it's all three? What's the word for that?
Yeah.
Omnistocracy.
This is like the worst wordle ever.
Omnistocracy, that's it. He's
worst,
right.
Really?
Omnistoc. Like omni means all.
All of it?
Yeah. Omnistocracy.
Oh, all right.
I'm with him. He
win
made
Wordle.
up a good word.
You win Wordle.
It's a scrumtrolescent word.
I win Wordle often.
Yes, you do.
It's a fascist Wordle. Oh, fantastic. Okay. Charlie Pierce, Cliff Schecter, all coming up. Stephanie Miller Show.
allow the country to kind of reap the benefit of what they voted for. And I think you're going to see Democrats focus on two things, which aren't sexy at all, which are the states of Virginia and New Jersey, right? We have elections to win this year. If Donald Trump does everything he wants to do, fire all of these civil servants, fire all these bureaucrats, you know where they live? In Virginia, right? Those are going to have practical political consequences. And so, yeah, we actually have a leader. His name is King Jeffries. We're not in the wilderness, just kind of wandering around flummoxed. But a lot of people are tired. I mean, the base of the party is extremely tired. And, you know, when you go to the polls and you continue to be the kind of the base of this party and others don't necessarily come along with you and you see how they voted, then so be it. Today, the irony is that today is Martin Luther King Day, and you have a man who rose to some level of success judged not by the content of his character. And so I think that there is a great deal of irony in that. And so for me, I'm going to sit back, in the first 100 days are probably going to be decently glorious for my good friend over here and many others. But after that, Republicans have never shown. One thing Republicans have not done since I've been alive is been able to govern. And so I don't expect that to change.
Yeah. Bakari Sellers, thank you.
Yep.
God bless the truth tellers. We are all still here. Aaron Rupar, who we love, get a lot of our sound bites, said everything Trump said and did today, all of it was entirely predictable based on his campaign, character, and first term in office. If you're surprised, you were either misinformed or not informed enough. We deserve everything that's about to come our way. Buckle up. I mean, we're in it now, all of us, right?
Yeah. We're soaking in it.
Yeah,
like
exactly.
palm olive?
Yeah, Dr. Tran said Trump's White House just withdrew the U.S. from the Paris Climate Agreement and the World Health Organization. This shameful embrace of science denial puts the entire world at greater risk of climate catastrophe and deadly pandemics. What is it? There might be a snowstorm in Florida, and L.A. is on fire in rainy season. Just, FYI. By the way, thank you. Iman says, I just need people that aren't in L.A. to understand that both the Eaton and Palisades fires are still burning. The media may have shifted gears, but the fires still aren't out. We had an arson incident in Griffith Park yesterday because welcome to Trump's America and people that literally and figuratively just want to watch it all burn. Yep. So this is not over. People are still, there they are still playing cheap political games. Hang on.
We're expecting a little bit of rain this weekend. Hopefully that sticks.
Yeah.
What did he say yesterday? Oh, this was Trump's, I don't know, how many speeches did he give? It really is going to sound like Walter the dog for 4 years. For me, I can't. He gave one speech and then he gave another speech that said everything the opposite of the first thing he said. Oh, he said in Los Angeles, we're watching fires still tragically burn from weeks ago without even a token of defense.
What?
Firefighters, can I take a moment to apologize to you from the bottom of my heart? And Governor Newsom and everybody that's doing a fantastic job in this unimaginable catastrophe we're in. They're raging through the houses and communities, even affecting some of the wealthiest and most powerful individuals in our country, some of whom are sitting here right now. They don't have a home any longer. That's interesting. He's such a sociopath. First of all, I see it's only expensive homes that burn that are worth mentioning, and the rich people that are sitting there in front. As if yesterday was going to be bad enough. It's very personal to us here in LA.
Yeah.
Okay, and then he ended with his usual, this is going to change starting today. Because the first speech wasn't it the American Carnage Redux, something horrible, terrible, blah.
Awful.
It's going to change starting today, change very quickly. My recent election is a mandate. To completely and totally reverse a horrible betrayal. And all of these many betrayals that have taken place. And to give the people back their faith, their wealth, their democracy, indeed their freedom. From this moment, America's decline is over. Oh my God. He's the demagogiest of the demagogues that have ever demagogued. Okay.
We're going to need a defibrillator for her at some point.
Yeah. Okay. I need a love letter. Hi, Jen on Sexy Liberal DC. I really needed this because I feel old and ugly and...
But you look like you're 25.
Downward spiral. As great as the show was, and it was over the top great, I wanted you to know how beautiful you are. And the silver sparkly dress was the best one you've ever worn.
think
You know
so, too.
why? Because Jody picked it out for me.
I think
A year ago. I started the tour in San Francisco a year ago in that dress.
Oh, I think it's your
That
best
looks,
dress.
Thank you. That looks like Liberace's balls. Thank
Well,
you.
It's sparkly.
it's like you're a disco ball.
Yeah.
And my sparkly silver nails that went with it. Thanks for your sacrifice of doing 17 shows at your age. Oh, by the way, yesterday you're like, hey, I have to tell Mick Jagger that. Okay, do you know what I Googled, Chris? You know what I Googled? How many shows did the Rolling Stones do last year? 16. Not even 16. And he doesn't also do a morning drive radio show 5 days a week. And he gets paid millions and millions of dollars.
He's also in his 80s.
He's in his 80s. You're not.
He's also in his 80s.
He doesn't do a morning
Thank you,
drive
Jody.
radio
Thanks
show.
for backing me up, Jody.
He is in his 80s.
When Mick does a morning show 365 days a year and gets up at ass o'clock and does 16 shows, then I will. Thanks for your sacrifice. We must lean on each other, like you say, laugh and laugh and laugh at this storm that has commenced. Hashtag Trump. Thank you. This is Trump Central, Jen. Thank you and welcome. And also, by the way, Trump. Okay. Damien. Oh, Damien in D.C. was there. Steph, I've been in the show quite a few times now. I have to say this one definitely stands out. After the show, I got to meet Olivia Troy and tell her the full orchestra pit story. Because she fell off a stool. She was fine. Jojo from Jersey and I bonded over our Jerseyness. I saw Harry Dunn get absolutely giddy over the Commanders' win over the Lions. Yes, he was watching that backstage, like dudes do.
It's a dude thing.
He's like, oh, save democracy. Yeah, hang on, I'll be right out. Commanders are winning.
He looks like he's played some football.
Yes,
quite honestly.
I think he probably did at some point. Linebacker.
P.S. Thank you for the selfie, Mama. As a Gen Xer, I suck at selfies, so it's good to be friends with millennials for things like this. You're welcome, Damien. I am almost Mick Jagger's age.
Yeah, you're a millennial comparing yourself to Mick Jagger. Okay.
Got it.
No, you're the one that said, Mick Jagger and how many shows he does. He did less shows than I did. He doesn't do a morning radio. Hi, Donna.
But he doesn't complain about it.
He doesn't what?
Complain about it.
I wouldn't either if I was making $20 million a
There
show.
you go.
Which, by the way, as I keep saying, sexyliberal.com, pay-per-view,
Yes.
only $20, because guess what I do, Chris? I share equally. We all make the same thing. That's the Sexy Liberal credo.
Right.
So this helps John and Hal and Frangela and all your heroes in this. This is how we do. I make a shiny nickel for these shows. Thank you, Mick.
Maybe
Hi, Donna.
Mick could throw a little cash your way.
Hi, Donna in Maryland. Hello.
Hi, this is your travel agent.
Hello.
Listen, it was a great show. It was
Thank
the best one yet.
Can I tell you how glad Mick Jagger and I discussed how glad I am to not be traveling ever again now that I've finished this year of 17 shows.
Oh my God. Anyway, I have some good news. In
What?
This time of, I have some good news. I yesterday decided not to watch the inauguration. Instead, I went to Midas Touch, who promised us they wouldn't air the inauguration. They did this really fun thing, and it's actually kind of still going on. They showed puppies and kittens for 4 hours, and they did a fundraiser for the Humane Society of the United States emergency fund, and the money is going to the California animal shelters. And the woman that I came with to the show, she was the VP of the Humane Society of the United States, ironically. She had no idea this was going on. They raised $80,000 in 4 hours.
Amazing.
That's awesome.
Isn't that awesome?
Yeah, that's
Now,
fantastic
I do
because there
wanna
is a ripple effect from all these. The shelters are full
It
here.
is, and you can still donate. They have like 5 more days where you can donate, so let's make it $100,000 to go to the shelters.
Yep, let's do it.
There is something I want to say. I belong to a Travel Agents Against Trump group on social media.
Are you helping
and there's
people
a
move
lawyer
to
there.
Canada?
Yeah, no, what he was, there's a lawyer that's in there, and he was talking about he's going to do a live YouTube thing about, you know, what's going to happen now is they're going to be checking passports, and if you have an X on your passport instead of a M or, you know,
If you're non-binary,
they're non-binary.
Yeah.
He's going to teach people what to do on that because it is going to be a problem.
And Donna, again, the Rick effect, apparently they're saying they can take, everyone from, I don't know, prisoners to whatever, and put them whatever sex, they've decided that they are, the whatever.
Federal prisons.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's for federal government stuff. It's not necessarily for the state government stuff.
Dr. Thom Frieden says we cannot make World Health Organization more effective by walking away from it. The decision to withdraw weakens Americans' influence, increases the risk of a deadly pandemic, and makes all of us less safe. Wow. Mm-hmm. And, God, Michael Steele said something very disturbing. So he was asked, what do you think the chances are all these nominees are going to get in? He said, pretty good. All of the lunatics. Yeah. I mean, I hope not. But I don't know what to say. It's
Marco Rubio was sworn in this morning.
Yes.
So he's officially Secretary of State.
Yes.
But that wasn't surprising.
No. It was.
Oh, and at the same. Oh, by the way, what's the other thing that he's? Oh God, I can't even keep track. It's too much that happened yesterday. But he's not even allowing people from Cuba. Who's for that? Marco Rubio. He's suspended. Being able to get asylum from these are the countries that Republicans are like, oh, that's good. They're fleeing a communist regime. I mean, hardly anything Marco Rubio has stood for. He sounds like he's going to be pretty much powerless. Right?
It's not the Republican Party of your dad anymore.
He's been banned in China. He's been banned in China, Marco Rubio. And Elon Musk's business is there. They had a TikTok sitting next to Tulsi Gabbard at the... Our new head of national security. I can't.
She's not in yet.
I know. Oh, my God. Okay. Tristan Snell. Trump says 25% tariffs on Canada and Mexico will begin February 1st. One small problem. The president does not have unilateral power to change tariff rates. Trump needs Congress. Will the GOP of representatives and senators vote to destroy their local economies? If Trump tells them to, I'm going to say yeah. Sure.
Will, for sure.
Okay. Yeah. Oh, the Real Horse agrees with you, Chris. Says, my grocery store does not seem to have gotten the memo. The prices were supposed to auto-magically go down when the yam-faced hippopotamus won the election. That's a new one, yam-faced hippopotamus.
I like it.
Okay.
$13.98 for 18 eggs. That's a lot.
That's a lot of money.
Covey says Elon Musk endorsed the far-right Nazi party in Germany, yet there are people out there saying he wouldn't do the Nazi salute. There's that. It kind of tracks with the... Okay.
So this?
Yes. Okay.
That whole Mein Führer, I can walk?
Yes, that's what he was trying to say.
Yeah.
Is that...
Uh-huh.
Mein Führer, I can walk!
I love that movie.
I do too.
So much.
So good.
A little too on the money right now.
It is.
19.
Yeah.
Is any Nazi movie funny now? No.
Hogan's Heroes.
Hogan's Hero.
Still funny. Hogan's Hero is still funny.
But it did not star Eric Braeden.
Might Schultz
It did not. Exactly. Thank you.
Might Schultz open the main gate so we can all get out? Yeah. Schultz, open the main gate. 19. It's amazing. A millennial like me would know that reference.
You've seen it on Nickelodeon.
That's right.
On Me TV or something.
I'm going right back to my big lie. 19 minutes after the hour. truthnetwork.com. $20 pay-per-view.
Yep.
You support all of these truth tellers, democracy warriors, Hal Sparks, John Fugelsang, Frangela, the whole crew.
Yes.
Get it, and it's hilarious. It was a hilarious
It was.
show. This is how we take our power back, by laughing, pointing and laughing continually. Because as bad as you thought it was going to be, it's way worse, America. Good morning, good morning. Yes, Catherine Clark says, just hours after taking the oath of office, Trump took down reproductiverights.gov, a website to help women find health care and understand their rights. They're wasting no time assaulting freedom. Oh, you know what else they took down? The Spanish version of the White House website. Y'all got played. Latinos for Trump got played. Oh, there was one of those on my plane. A lady with a big Latinos for Trump shirt. They took down the Spanish language version of everything because which generally would be considered no bueno. Nick tweets, Donald Trump said his presidency would be used to help working people. Instead, his first order of business was to pardon convicted felons who tried to overthrow democracy. These are not the priorities of the American people. Indeed, a vast percent. What do you believe about polls anymore? How did this happen when the vast majority of people are against everything that he's trying to do, right? Wait. Petty vindictive file. They took down General Milley's photo from the Pentagon days after it just went up because something. Okay. Brooklyn Dad, our friend, said, for the rest of my life, I will never understand how MAGA is so furious about Dr. Fauci, who saved many lives, being pardoned by President Biden, but they're thrilled about January 6th thugs who beat cops with flagpoles being pardoned by Trump. Thank you, President Biden. Everybody can just go themselves, including anybody on the left that's like, oh, he hasn't pardoned his whole family. Really?
Don't care.
Trump has proved his point in less than half a day as to why he needed to pardon everybody.
Yep.
Okay, Gretchen in Illinois. Hello, Gretchen.
Hi, Stephanie. Welcome back.
Thank
I couldn't
you.
wait to share this story with you.
Okay.
I didn't know if you heard it. It happened 5 days ago here in good old Illinois.
Mm-hmm.
A man was arrested. His name is James Walker, 72. He was arrested because he would drive past certain people's house that had either Trump flags or signs in their yard and fling cat feces from a bag.
Oh, dear. Mm-hmm.
And he'd been doing it for about at least 13 times.
Right.
So
Oh,
I thought it was a hilarious
So immature.
story
You're so
and I wanted to
immature.
share it.
You know that I don't encourage immaturity. Not at all.
Well, he wasn't going to throw
I
eggs at
identify
these
as a
houses.
cat lady.
Well, many of us
They're
feel
expensive.
like that cat taking a bath and no more. We can't. We've only had a half a day of the new Trump presidency, and we're already like, no more.
No more. No more. No more.
All right, we're just doing it while Chris is trying to find the actual. But I think ours was better.
There it is. Poor baby. Oh, that poor baby. That just hurts me
Well,
when I
you
hear
know what?
that.
He grabbed back. And that's just how it goes. Okay, John Cooper, just for our, entertainment pleasure, says, save this. As of January 20, yesterday, 2025, unemployment 4.1%, gas $3.12 a gallon, S&P 500 5,000, now almost 6,000, inflation rate 2.9%, Dow Jones 43,000, blah blah blah.
A friend of mine questioned on the $3 and some change. I'm like, that's the average in the country.
There you go. Charlie Pierce next.
So he has decided to make good on his promise to be a dictator on day one. Remember that promise? That's what and now he's made good. I just want to make a point about how the world is watching this. You know, there are a number of foreign leaders that came to this inauguration, which was itself unusual. He also invited, as the president did, invited leaders of foreign conservative far-right governments. In a sense, we had the far-right international represented at the inauguration.
Yep. Presidential historian Timothy Naftali.
And the President of the United States, for the first time since 1901, in an inaugural address, talked about how this country is going to acquire new territory and threatened the sovereignty of another country. That is a signal to the far right in the world that America is now going to play the game the way the other far-right countries play, which is what we want, we take. Which means for the first time since World War II, we are no longer an indispensable nation. If we follow through with the rhetoric in the inauguration, we have become an imperialist nation. I know my friends on the left will say we were throughout the Cold War. I don't view the Cold War that way at all. We were seeking collective security. We overdid it in certain parts of the world. I know that. But the kind of rhetoric that the president used today in his inaugural speech is the kind of rhetoric one associates with imperial great powers.
As horrified as you were yesterday, imagine how the rest of the world viewed just yesterday. By the way, speaking of far right, as many people are saying, you'd give Elon Musk the benefit of the doubt on the Zeke Heil salute if he had not just endorsed basically the
Nazis
Nazi
in
party.
Germany. Yeah.
In Germany, right. Katie Fang said, it isn't a seems like or appears to be event. It was an intentional, deliberate, and unequivocal. Mainstream media, I don't need to use the term TikTok, but TikTok. You might not have much time left of an actual free press, so look alive. Jojo from Jers said, no one accidentally Nazi salutes, not once, and sure as not twice. He did that twice, in case you missed it. There you go. Okay, get you behind. Ken says, like the true sociopath he is, Trump is actually proud of winning by hacking. He quoted the quote. This is Trump. I'm just going to tell you right now, it's Trump.
All right, let's see if I can do this.
He knows those computers better than anybody, all those computers, those vote counting computers, and we ended up winning Pennsylvania like in a landslide, so it's pretty good. Thank you to Elon. Ken says, if anyone can hire the best IT hacks to steal an election, I guess it would be the world's richest person, I guess. Allison Gill, among others, wrote to the Pennsylvania Attorney General and urges you two to say, maybe just a little, look-see, a little something.
Yeah.
Just, Okay, lovely. Oh, Jim in Phoenix. Remember when it was hot as Satan's balls in Phoenix when we played?
It was 117.
One of the 17 shows I did in the last year on top of my morning drug radio show.
Mick Jagger.
Yes, I make exactly the same amount as Mick Jagger for a concert. By the way, I did mention this earlier, and people have said I am a combination of Gandhi and Mother Teresa. But the spirit of Sexy Liberal has always been we share equally. Yeah. I make the same as all the other performers. We give money to Sexy Liberal causes. So when you go to sexyliberal.com and get the pay-per-view, only $20, you are helping all of these fierce progressive voices that I believe in so much. So please, it's a group thing. Do it. So Jim... He's the one that I got in the car because it was so hot I would have gotten in the car with anybody.
Yes, I remember that.
Dearest beautiful Stephanie, which I'm guarantees you're going to get your letter read.
Right.
This is your devoted fan Jim in Phoenix. The lucky guy married to the hot tamale who gave you a ride home when it was hotter than the sun's core. I did. I just got it with the hotel was like 2 blocks away. I'm like, oh God, I am walking across Satan's balls.
Yeah.
Okay. My team of spies in D.C., after attending Sexy Liberal, of course, penetrated White House defenses and stole a copy of President Biden's note to Trump, which I will share with you here. Oh, that's nice.
Okay.
That's good. I was wondering what he said.
We like theft.
Yes, we encourage that. To the convict in chief, you lucky son of a bitch. Once again, you inherited more than you ever deserved for the third time. First your daddy's money, then the Obama economy, now the Biden economy. You sure are Satan, a first-class BJ for the deal you made with him. So here you have 2.9% inflation, 4.1 employment, rising wages, record stock market, Putin foundering in Ukraine, losing thousands of troops daily, China's economy sputtering, NATO larger and stronger than ever. And here I have to turn this golden goose over to you. Don't this up, you imbecile rapist. The 46th president, Dark Brandon.
Goodness.
Please, God, let that be the actual note.
If only it were. It is not.
But please, it would be. I don't ask for much. God.
We could ask for Charlie Pierce.
Jeff in Florida, where snowstorms are about to hit as we are having wildfires in the middle of rainy season here in L.A. Nothing more to see here. Hi, Jeff.
Yeah. Welcome to the blizzard capital of the country right now.
Oh, my God. Buffalo's like, what has happened down there? How about the people that moved from Buffalo to Florida?
Yeah.
Thinking.
They need to take that snow back up there with them, please. But no, the reason why I called is, and nobody's talking about this, Trump declared the cartels a terrorist organization. So what's going to happen when we start drone striking cartel leaders in Mexico and we kill an innocent 50 Mexicans? I'm sure that's going to go over really well with the Mexican government.
My good Lord God. Have we said thank you once again for all the Mexican firefighters that came here to
Bless
help us
them all.
in the LA fires? Okay. All right. Yes, I cried when I saw the thing about Kamala Harris getting on the plane and helping already with the wildfires yesterday, giving out food. And okay.
She's a good lady.
And President Biden's farewell.
I know we couldn't have done anything we did without you. Kamala and Doug and members of the cabinet, all the staff that's here, from all across all the agencies, and friends, supporters. Jill and I are forever grateful to you. I mean that. We're genuinely grateful. As you heard me say before, no president gets to choose the moment they enter history, but they get to choose the team they enter history with. And we chose the best damn team in the world. You are. You know, it's because of you. I mean this sincere from the bottom of my heart. Because of you, we got so much done for all Americans.
Okay. Say goodbye to decency and competence. Just left the building yesterday, along with Elvis.
I only hope to look back on these years. Hope you look back on them. The same pride I have of all you've done. And I'm proud of is that you did it upholding the core values of honesty, decency, and integrity. I mean, no scandal. I mean, it's incredible what you did. And you represent the best of who we are as Americans. That's not a joke. That's real. Now, while I relied on your ideas and resolve and counsel, we also relied on your families. To all your families, thank you for the sacrifices you made.
One more, the president.
The point I want to make today is to make clear my farewell address, as we all do have we have a lot more to do. We heard the inaugural address today. You know, we got a lot more to do. I know from many years of experience, they're up and downs, but we have to stay with it. My dad taught me the measure of a person, you heard me say it before, is how quickly they get back up when they get knocked down. That's what we have to do right now. And we've always done our best as Americans. We never give up. Never.
To his point, I just like to highlight, as you know, I'm sorry, Jody, that you printed all of the internet. But I like to highlight people that are inspiring me because we all hold each other up. We all stand on each other's shoulders. Just Jack on Blue Sky said, they win when you lose hope, give up, become cynical, and withdraw. Keep silent to stay off their radar. Do not let them win. Thank you, Jack. Thank you. The president echoing that again.
We're leaving office. We're not leaving the fight. You're smart. You're skilled. You're passionate. The country needs you again. So all of you can stay engaged in all the ways you can, whether it's in public service, the private sector, philanthropy, academia, running for office yourself, or anything else you choose to do. I give you my word, we believe in you.
Yeah, thank you. We believe in you too. Thank you, President Biden. One last one.
I have no doubt you'll make this experience and take the friendships you made to continue to do amazing things in the decades to come. That's why I see a future. All of it leading the way by you all. You know, so take some time to decompress, reconnect with your friends, spend more time with your family. But most of all, take care of yourselves and each other. I mean it. Let me close where I began. with my sincere gratitude, and I really mean it from the bottom of my heart. I've been doing this for 50 years with the best group of people. Hard to say. It's been the honor of my life to serve as your president. And I tell you what, the greater honor is being able to serve with all of you. You're incredible.
Okay. To his point, Gail Simone on Blue Sky said, "I know this sounds weak, I know it, but kindness is one of the few things we carry that make a difference for each other. We can't undo all this hate, but we can make life a little easier for others." There you go. That's one thing you can do. Speaking of this whole born with a lucky horseshoe up his ass. In the very last hours of President Biden's time in office, a prisoner exchange years in the making was finally struck. The Taliban agreed to swap 2 Americans being held in Afghanistan for 1 Taliban member serving in the U.S. prison. There was an unexpected delay, at least in part due to bad weather in Washington and Kabul, and Trump was officially back in the White House when the Americans were handed over, which of course is...
He'll take.
Yeah, complete credit.
Yep.
I think his spokesperson says, "Oh, well, it's not the deal we would have made, but we're always happy to have Americans home." Oh, I'm sorry. Oh, so you're happy to take credit for the good part, but then still say you wouldn't have done it that way and Biden did it wrong and blah, blah. Okay. Chris, who said you can't purchase adoration? The streets of Washington, D.C. are deserted for Trump. Who said that?
Mr. Peabody.
No, my queen, Joy Reid. It's true. Did you see the footage?
Yeah.
Oh, my God.
There's nobody out there.
Such bull... that anything had to do with the cold. It's because there was nobody there.
Yeah, there's like 10,000 people tops.
Yeah. I mean, so they had to have it inside to make it look... Oh, my God. Can you imagine how pathetic that would have looked like on the mall? I mean...
That's why.
Okay, Brian Tyler Cohen, our friend. Trump just withdrew the United States from the Paris Climate Agreement. The U.S. now joins, just in case you were wondering, Iran, Libya, and Yemen as the only countries in the world not in the agreement.
Even Russia.
Yeah. Yeah.
Kara Swisher said the pardons. He said this action, unlike many of the empty and legally toothless EOs, executive orders, is terrifying. It makes these violent militias directly beholden to Trump in an ironclad way. Thank you. Yes, this one I mentioned earlier, I believe Brian points out, Trump just reportedly pardoned Jacob Chansley, the QAnon shaman who participated in the January 6th insurrection and stormed the Senate chamber. Chansley responded to being pardoned by saying, "Now I'm going to buy some mother guns." Yeah, because they assume Trump's immunity now extends to them.
Oh, yeah, it does.
Yeah. Our friend Senator Adam Schiff of the great state of California.
Yes.
Said 4 years ago, as officers of the law stood their ground to protect members of Congress and staff as violent insurrectionists stormed the Capitol, these brave officers were beaten, crushed, bear-sprayed, maced, left to defend democracy with their bare hands. Which, I think to Harry Dunmore in person Saturday night, Sexy Liberal, but, you can understand that it kind of everything rings hollow to them,
of course.
Especially now.
Do we know if Adam Schiff accepted his pardon?
I don't know.
Because I know he said that he wasn't going to. I don't know if he accepted it yesterday or not.
I don't know. And Dean said it doesn't quite really matter. It's just
there was a lot. There was
legal reasons.
Yeah, there was a settled case that said that people could refuse
well, Michael
the
Cohen
pardon.
refused his.
Right.
Yeah.
So you can refuse a pardon. I just want to know if he did.
Yeah, if anyone knows, Michael Cohen knows Trump is not at all vindictive.
Exactly.
Wow. By the way, I just, I have enough, I thought like my hatred, and while it runs, it has depth and girth, my hatred for Donald Trump.
Sure.
Yeah, a length and a girth I never thought possible.
Is it getting longer and girthier?
Pardon me?
Is it getting longer and girthier?
Yes, and harder. It's hardening and it's...
Okay, this is very...
Okay, Derek... Blue skies, just sitting here thinking about all my lefty friends who told me they absolutely could not vote for Harris because of their very important morals and how my pestering them to vote for her was bad, actually. I saved a little bit for y'all. All y'all who got us here today.
Yep.
Thanks a lot. Okay, 48. I don't know. Charlie Pierce done gone missing somewhere near Brainerd. But Cliff Schechter coming up in just a few minutes, 49 minutes after the hour. We are going to miss you so much tomorrow night. I mean, you are the original star of DC Sexy Liberal.
if I didn't have a mob of people, family and friends coming to the house tomorrow, if I wasn't there for that, I would be excommunicated, which might not be a terrible thing, but I can't be with you all tomorrow, and I'm going to miss you, but I'm going to love you from afar.
Well, parking's not going to be good, I guess, at the Warner, so maybe we'll just all come to your house. What do you think?
Yeah.
Bring it on.
They're not allowing parking around the Warner anymore.
Yeah, we had a caller who we appreciate the call. And I understand, Glenn, honestly, being conspiratorial about anything with this incoming Trump administration, but, we should point out Biden is still in charge, and it's Biden's Secret Service, so just give yourself extra time tomorrow night. It's going to be a little, we were talking about a little challenging around
dicey,
the Warner.
yeah.
But I can see where you'd go to. Oh, of course they're kind of trying to keep Jamie Raskin, blah blah blah. But but this is what it's going to be like. You obviously tweeted about the Pam Bondi thing, and it's just all of these hearings. One's more unsettling than the last one, right? I mean, Trump, what did Trump he just tweeted or whatever the hell he did about trothed. Yes, he trothed. Signal he might investigate the FBI's Office of DEI, demanding the agency preserve and retain all records and documents. Well, as you know, they all have to do that anyway. That's just a threat. That's just a bully threat,
Yeah. Steph, look, the darkness is descending on America. There's no two ways about it. Hopefully it will wait until after tomorrow night's Sexy Liberal show. But it is descending on America. So what we're going to need to do is continue to find and feed and support the points of light. And the good news is they are out there. First of all, we've got state governors and attorneys general ready to fight every unlawful executive order and other act of the Trump administration. And given the Trump lawyers available to him versus the lawyers in the states and the nonprofits who are ready to actually fight for the rule of law and the Constitution, they're going to crush Donald Trump and his lawyers. Now, will that push Donald Trump into sending the military out into the streets? I don't know. But we have to keep fighting the righteous fight. We have to keep supporting the points of light that are out there because we will survive this. And now, Steph, it's all about getting to the midterms.
Yeah, I mean, I got to say, I so appreciate Governor Newsom right now, who is, I don't care what you see on the right-wing ecosphere, is doing a great job in unimaginable circumstances out here. And I'm glad he said he's going to try to Trump-proof California. We're going to need protection from Trump. And, I heard some right-winger go, oh, how about you fireproof it before you Trump-proof it? It's like, oh, okay. Sorry, we forgot to fireproof the entire state. He somehow would have prevented 8 months of drought and 100-mile-an-hour winds. How exactly, right?
Yeah, and Donald Trump is all about hate, right? He never posts anything positive. He's just going to try to take advantage of every disaster and, claim that somehow he is the hero in all of this. And of course, he never is. He's always the villain. But, just hold fast to the fact that when he had all of the levers of power in the first 2 years of his first administration, he couldn't do anything except get tax cuts for the billionaires and the corporations. Maybe he keeps those up and running, but he's going to be even more dysfunctional this time around with the incompetent folks he's surrounding himself with. So listen, we've got 2 years of one hell of a fight ahead of us, but we're going to remain in the fight. And ultimately, I think we're going to win that fight. It's going to take some time.
Yeah. Well, I mean, just this, we were talking about just what a circus like all these hearings are, but you treated in particular, you said, so Pam Bondi said she neither listened to the recording of Trump telling the Georgia Secretary of State to find me 11,780 votes, nor did she know Kash Patel published a de facto enemies list in his book. Really? If she's clearly not interested in informing herself on the issues of corruption in government, I mean, no one believes she wasn't aware of either of those two things. I mean, so these hearings, they aren't under oath, I guess, right?
Because they are. I don't think they swore in Hegseth, but I believe they swore in Bondi. And I believe the practices, they're all under oath. Here's the good news. Well, it's only...
Perjury's just become like a way of life for them.
Exactly. We have no appetite for going after the ruling class criminals when they perjure themselves in front of Congress. That has become clear, and she sounded a lot like Bill Barr. And unfortunately, that is where we are in America these days. But here's the good news. You don't have to be under oath to catch a criminal charge. It's called an 18 United States Code 1001 statement. It's a 1001 statement is a false statement to Congress, regardless of if it's under oath or not. That's the minimally good news. The law that applies would hold liars before Congress accountable. The bad news is nobody bothers to apply that law to them.
Schechter coming up. Speaking of alpha liberals, Governor Newsom of the great state of California.
I've known Elon for 20 years.
Yeah.
I have been a huge supporter of Elon Musk. I have great pride in his entrepreneurial spirit and the investments, next level investments he's made in California. I don't know what happened. I don't. And it's become increasingly concerning and impactful, and you framed it extraordinarily well. And what he's attempting to do or currently doing is something that needs to be watched very closely by the American people. It's a very, as I say, sobering and serious moment. And it's bigger than Donald Trump as well. Elon knows what he's doing, and he knows how to do it.
Yeah, and he knows how to do a Nazi salute twice. By the way, as someone pointed out, Elon wouldn't be who he is without California and our subsidies and all that. And now he's in the California crowd over the wildfires. I just it's hard to keep up. Yesterday, Trump has just rescinded President Biden's executive order to lower prescription drug costs for Americans on Medicare and Medicaid.
Yep.
Just because Biden did it.
Yep.
So.
Yep.
Okay.
He doesn't care.
I'm just saying, there are signs. Lord, just send us a sign if we've been anyway if we've made a mistake in some way. Jody can do almost all of the sound bites verbatim, almost better than the sound bites. So maybe we could just dispense with them now.
That would be great.
It would help Chris.
Give me a sign. Just any kind of sign.
The flags at half-mast are frozen in place, and Carrie Underwood's backing track glitched out, so she had to sing a cappella. Carter's ghost is full-on trolling the inauguration today, and you'd love to see it. What? Did you see that hot mess of Village People? The band actually had to stop playing.
Awful.
It was. This entire thing was a train wreck. Not just Carrie Underwood's thing, but then whatever that Village People hot mess was. And what's his name? Ray Cyrus was like wandering around the stage and stopped singing. This is America. Welcome to Trunks America. It's a hot mess. Cliff Schechter next.
lot of folks that don't know what the hell's happened either, and a lot of folks that are part of that train. And that's a hell of a train to be on. And you watch that space, watch it. Watch what gets carved out in these reforms. Watch who gets what. This is the making of the next level of American oligarchy. American oligarchy. If one of them suggests we don't have it already, this will take it to a whole nother level. Watch this space. So I'm focused on the recovery. I'm focusing on lifting up the hearts and minds of this community. This morning they said, we feel helpless, Governor, but we're not hopeless. That's the spirit which I'd rather focus my attention.
Thank you, Governors, and welcome to Trump Central here on the Stephanie Miller Show. To the Not Bend the Knee channel. Do not obey in advance Central with alpha liberals like this guy.
Give me a guest who is profane. Ain't got time for someone mundane. Dummy days are gone in the basement of her home. 'Cause of Mama, she brought us Cliff Schecter. Mama don't care how much that she's got to spend. Got to get Cliff Schecter jingled in. Crummy days are gone in the basement of her home. 'Cause of Mama, she brings us Cliff Schecter. 'Cause of Mama, she brings us Cliff Schecter.
Oh, yeah. We need alpha liberals more than ever right now here at Trump Central. Good morning, Cliff Schecter.
Good morning. Can you play the 14 versions of Ave Maria now so I can sway back and forth for the rest of the show? Or no, you don't have that?
Don't have it.
Okay. Just to make
On
sure.
top of everything else, he is the weirdest dancer ever. Oh, my God. And the dance with
I know.
Melania, you can tell how much she hates him. It's just
I was
wore
trying to pull
she
it
wore
off
the
there,
Al
and
Capone
people-
hat so she wouldn't have to kiss him. It's just the weird. They're not even like they're just like aliens. Baron, all of them look like aliens that have come down to. Yes. Hi.
It's like they opened the trash heap, literally just opened it, and every.
Ronald Filipowski said legacy media outlets ignoring the Trump-Melania crypto scams, which at any other time with any other incoming administration would be one of the biggest scandals in political history, shows how lost and unprepared they are for what's about to happen. They are covering this like a reality show. Yes, they are. I mean, they have already grifted how many billions, right?
Like
half day. In
I don't say this. I mean, watching that thing too, watching the Sieg Heil and the media cover that is like. He was enthusiastic. That's what the Washington Post.
Oh, he was giving his
put.
heart to he was just offering his heart. That's what it was.
That's it.
Sure. Well, Jeff Bezos, who I believe is Jewish, if he enthusiastically knocks on your door one day or kicks it in, you'll know where it came from, the enthusiasm. You know, I honestly think we say it a lot, but I say this more sort of seriously and desperately than ever, which is we must replace them. Like everybody out there watching, you must watch Stephanie Miller. You must watch.
Cliff Schecter.
No, seriously. You have to listen to Bob Cesca. I'm going to make a plea for me. Watch my show. Listen to what I do. John Fugel saying Hal Sparks. You know, I mean, the sexy liberal universe is a great place to start and expand beyond that. Yeah. But you just, I mean, to see both of those things, this crypto scam was utterly ridiculous. It was the biggest, it may have been the biggest money laundering scam out in the open in U.S. history.
Cliff, the post I read that resonated most with me today is someone said Germans gave up on the truth, too. Mm-hmm. The minute we gave up on the truth, and all the people you mentioned are the truth tellers, and we're going to need them more desperately than ever because we cannot just give up and go, oh, okay, those aren't violent felons that tried to overthrow the government, and, oh, okay, 2020 was rigged, right? Yes,
right.
Chris.
I just wrote a piece on the January 16th. I mean, there's two things going on. I mean, January 6th thing. I mean, it's really simple, right? Is he spent 4 years while Merrick Garland twiddled his toes, you know, lying and redefining the truth. What happened that day? Oh, they created a version of the national anthem and they were hostages. I mean, how dare he? honestly use that word.
Yes.
And now he's completed it.
Yeah.
Because by what he's done by pardoning them all is that no crime took place.
Yeah.
It never happened. He's retconned the whole thing. And don't think that the Proud Boy Oath Keeper elements of that won't remember that if he needs a militia to raise against certain of his enemies.
Yeah, what is Merrick Garland thinking yesterday?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just, and of course, J.D. Vance, Pam Bondi on tape going, oh, well, of course not the violent ones. And you're going to tell me there's going to be any guardrail in this administration? I think Chris keeps trying to tell us something.
Just for the record, Jeff Bezos is not Jewish. He was born Jeffrey Preston Jorgensen in Albuquerque, the son of a Danish-American unicyclist.
Thank
you.
went
I wish
to
he
high
had
school with
become a
somebody I know.
Danish-American. Sorry, go ahead.
That's okay. That was a weird bunch of fun facts.
There you go.
It was.
That was like
I
a
just wish
scrapple of fun facts.
I would have liked him to have become a Danish-American unicyclist and leave us all alone.
Yeah.
Sure.
I don't know why. I thought I had read somewhere he was Jewish. My mistake. Not trying to Jewify him. In fact, speaking at this
Jewify.
moment on behalf of my people.
Today's
very
wordle is Jewify. Okay.
I don't want him to be one of us.
Okay, got it.
But yeah, you know what? I just, like I say, I needed social media to process yesterday myself. Tristan Snell, our legal lad, said so. The first ever convicted felon president just pardoned 1,500 of his felon co-conspirators after we kept saying over and over again that maybe it wasn't a good idea to elect a felon as president and that maybe we should imprison the felon when we had the chance. Got it.
Right.
I mean, it really, even for those of us, as we always say, that marinate in this every day, Cliff, yesterday was a lot. It was really a lot.
Well, it was crazy. Weren't there are 80 different ones. He took down the website that lets women know where they can get abortions in the United States. Obviously, there were the pardons and commutations. There's so many of these things. I'm actually losing sight of. Oh, right. Pulled us out of the Paris Climate Accord. I'll always, I don't know about you guys, but when I'm in a club with like Iran and like Sudan and,
World
guys
Health
like that,
Organization.
I feel pretty good about that.
Yeah.
Like, isn't China in it? Like I think they're in it and we're not, right? Like, I mean, like the people that are still in
Russia's
it,
in it.
Hungary's in it, and like all these people that are, but we're not. It's just, it was everything yesterday, but in a way it was good.
If you could not, every scam was pictured yesterday. What's the final command that you just ignore what your eyes and ears? But there's the head of the head of TikTok sitting next to Tulsi Gabbard. Trump's the one that banned TikTok because of national security.
Right.
Yeah, right. I know. National security obviously is an issue with TikTok. Mass disinformation from his buddy Putin on every other channel and Elon Musk on Twitter, Mr. Sieg Heil himself. And that's give that guy defense contracts.
Yeah.
That's no problem with the national security and Tulsi,
And
because she literally won't
point,
be like in like a conga line where they hand her the secrets and then she hands them forward to whichever Russian, Chinese, Iranian.
To your point about why people like all of us in this universe are hopefully have a purpose now are so important, because that's about controlling every avenue of information, right? To amplify whatever Trump wants the truth to be, which
right. And the mainstream media, again, not call it what it is. I hate it even when I say mainstream media. Corporate media has proven they won't do it. They don't want to do it. They're not up to the task. They just want to kiss his butt and make money off of it. And so when we know this and we know where people are getting their information from, we absolutely have to boost each other. Like, this is no longer about who has this many followers or whatever. I know there are some people like that on all sides, the left, who it's not time to play that game. It's time that if we don't get out there what is going on, it's not going to come from the New York Times or the Washington Post or CNN, who's moving Jim Acosta. I think they're creating a new 25th hour in the middle of the night that they can move Jim Acosta to.
Yeah, who's one of the highest rated things on CNN because Trump hates him.
Right.
I mean,
because we need to see
bending the knee.
Sorry, go ahead.
Yeah, go ahead.
Right.
No, it's just another.
We need to see Jennings more than him. Clearly, I mean, that schmuck obviously needs to be on our TV sets 24/7, lying about everything he said on the day of January 6th.
And Cliff, let's talk about our side a little bit, because I've read a couple of threads. As I was saying, I didn't realize I had such deep reserves of hatred, because I thought it all went to Donald Trump. But there's a lot of blame to go around for how we got to yesterday, correct? And Stone Kettle said, all of you who just couldn't be arsed to show up and vote for Harris because super important moral high ground sacred principles, I don't want to hear another word from you, not one word about climate change, Gaza, Ukraine, women's rights, LGBTQ rights, civil rights, the environment, education, the poor, the hungry, the homeless, rich people, businesses paying their fair share. None of it. Not a single word. I don't want to hear your half-assed social media resistance either. I mean, it's just talk about now a warning. It's like, we told you all of this was going to happen.
It's just like we told them the first time in 2016, like, oh, no, the Supreme Court justices will be fine. And then, of course, he put on the most right-wing nuts. And nothing's changed, luckily, due to the Supreme Court since then. We still have all the same rights. So clearly they were right and we were wrong. We're always right and they're always wrong. And if you're Merrick Garland or anybody else in the Justice Department, if you're corporate media, if you're the people, Democrats who weren't willing to fight at times when you could have and call people in front of you, you should have. If you're, if you didn't turn out to vote, there are a whole lot of people to blame for all of this, for how this guy barely won by 1.4%.
Yeah.
But in the end, like, he's there. Mandates mean nothing to these folks. Just like, I mean, if we want to go back to George W. Bush, who almost seems cuddly in comparison, remember he barely won his second election and he treated it like it was the biggest mandate in the world. Trump's going to do all of these things, and in a way, it's better he did all that stuff yesterday. Because if people want to still hide under their rocks and pretend, oh, it's going to be okay, and he's really not going to be terrible, he reminded you on his first day how terrible he's going to be. So get in the damn fight. Or otherwise,
and this whole, like, we're supposed to reach out or be civil or whatever. Claire Bear, threaded. I feel physically sick. This is no longer a question. You are not a good person if you support what's happening right now. There is no absolution for what you have done to us all. I mean,
I'll reach out. I've just got only one finger. I'll reach out with Joe Scarborough. That's how I'll reach out.
But give me your take real quick. Now we're going to break here about information spaces. Because I was saying, whether it's TikTok, any of this, Zuckerberg, it's all about controlling every information space. So the disinformation can get even worse. So this is why I'm still everywhere. I mean, I stopped tweeting yesterday because, Malcolm Nance said stop. I can't delete because then someone can take my name and start, tweeting. But I'm everywhere. I'm on Blue Sky Threads. I don't know. Is Zuckerberg better than Musk? Maybe a little bit, but still horrible.
I'm not sure anymore.
But somebody made a point. They said, the internet's supposed to connect us more and get us better informed, and instead it's siloing us off from each other. And so I'm just curious your take on that.
No, it's a really hard, I've gone back and forth on the thing. I'm definitely not, nearly as involved on Twitter anymore. I mean, if you're on there, because you used to be able to come on here and read tweets from me, and you probably couldn't find, I put my videos up there, I live stream there still, but I may make myself, I haven't closed my account, I may make myself start tweeting there again. I've gone so back and forth on that, but you make a great point. Whether it's there or it's Threads, I hate those places, and I'm not going to hang around there and watch, like the Nazi flag football get played between all the idiots there.
Well, it's like you used to. It's like you would go and kick anybody's ass, any right winger. There's like clips that you're a legend on YouTube for going on Fox, going anywhere, and just eviscerating this. And this is what I mean is I feel like I love Blue Sky. I'm on Blue Sky, but I'm like, is that my liberal safe space now? And like, oh, I can't go in these places because and I'm like, no, I want to take the fight everywhere, and especially to people that need to hear it. Because as I keep saying, Cliff, you can't tell me that some of those Trump voters that got effed out of an inauguration that spent thousands of dollars, or all of these people that are going to find out pretty quickly how effed they are not going to come with us. Half the people that didn't vote aren't going to wake up. It's not just 75 million of us, right?
No, and people make this mistake, right? And I have to admit, still, I do have a FAFO segment on my live stream, and it will be those folks that paid all that money. And while the billionaires got into the rotunda, stood out, of course, in the freezing cold. But there are people, look, there's the hardcore lunatics. You're never winning them. But people don't get that that's maybe a 35% element, maybe even high 30s. There are a 10, 12% element, definitely, that voted for Trump. And that was based upon, they're not hardcore MAGA. It's disinformation. It's lack of corporate media doing anything. It's lack of the Justice Department making clear that this guy is a seditionist before this election. We failed, and we lost a lot of those people because we failed. And there were other factors. I mean, overflow from COVID and what came out of that, of course, inflation. across the Western world, every leader lost, and Kamala came within 1.4 points, which was the closest. She was up against it. There certainly were sexists and racists who didn't vote for her. So it's not like, again, there are other factors there, but it doesn't change any of the equation overall, which is he won because he won some people that we could have won, and those are the people we need to talk to, and they're out there, and we can talk to them intelligently, and it's really pretty simple. Billionaires run the Republican Party. Billionaires run this country. Billionaires make your life miserable. We have American oligarchs now. We have monopolies that overcharge you, destroy the environment, destroy workers' rights. Why don't we look at who the enemies are? And, they just happen to all control the Republican Party.
Yep, there you go. 21 minutes after the hour. Come on, that's some alpha liberalness, man.
I love
This portion of it. posts, Biden preemptively pardoned J6 police officers who were beaten and injured to protect them against retribution from the insurrection leader because they dared to testify truthfully before Congress. Trump just pardoned the thugs that beat them. You know what I never want to read again is a headline that says, Biden's last-minute family pardons draw widespread bipartisan disgust. Really? Seriously? As one correspondent said, Biden's decision to pardon his family members driven by Donald Trump's public promise to appoint a special prosecutor to go after every member of the Biden family. Can we please, with the pearl clutching?
I honestly, I think that there were some other things Trump did yesterday that were more important to worry about.
Yeah. But I mean, didn't he prove Biden's point exactly? It's why you need to issue pardons, right?
Yes, a lawless, attentionless idiot who, arbitrarily decides on a day that he's upset because he might see Joe Biden on TV or remember that Hunter Biden's schlong is bigger than his. I can say that, right?
Yes.
Schlong is fine.
I said the bad word last time. I learned, and he may just get pissed off about that and decide he wants to throw Hunter Biden in prison because he knows he's got a mushroom, and Hunter Biden, has something different.
They absolutely would have come after Liz Cheney, to make an example of her. To go, not only will you lose your seat in Congress, you'll go to jail if you oppose anything Trump is for, right?
I don't know. I would have just put Dick Cheney out in front of her house with a shotgun. He seems like he can handle himself pretty well. Go see if you can kick down old Dick there.
Shelley says, I feel bad for all the people working on the Capitol on January 6th who just saw the mob that tried to kill them be pardoned by the guy that ordered the hit. Had Harry Dunn on panel Saturday night, and it is heartbreaking. I mean, all right. Cliff Schecter, you know how you fight back? You go support Cliff Schecter on YouTube.
That's right.
Our favorite alpha liberal. We love you, Cliff Schecter. See you next time.
Thank you. Love you guys too.
Over the course of the last several centuries, short-term leaders were placed into power to help corporations maintain their enslavement of people through extractive policies that benefit only the major elite corporations while failing everyone and clouding all life and our planet. But sometimes people rise up.
string of consciousness, these wild-eyed fantasies that somehow the state water project, we have reservoirs that are at or near historic highs, full, completely full, that somehow there's a magical spigot in California, in Northern California, that just can be turned on and all of a sudden there'll be rain or water flowing everywhere. It's not helpful. It's damaging to the very foundation of the notion of what are facts, what are truths.
Thank you, Governor Newsom. Trump kicks off purge of Biden-era staff, beginning with Mark Milley and Chef Jose Andres. Yeah, who can't agree that guy's a bastard? What's he ever done to help anybody? Oh, yeah, he's out here feeding people in L.A. right now. They've just lost everything. Okay. Oh, wow. Olivia Troy, who MAGA has sent countless death threats, but Sexy Liberal almost killed her Saturday night. She fell off her stool. She was fine. I still think Stephen Miller tampered with that stool.
Sure.
Yeah.
He sawed off one of the...
Yeah.
He's that kind of guy.
That's what I'm saying.
That kind of guy.
Yeah.
But she's very petite.
She's teeny.
She didn't have far to fall.
She said in true vindictive fashion, Trump signs executive order withdrawing from the World Health Organization. Everything he did yesterday was vindictive. All of it, right? Let's see. Paul, Rolling Stones money. Steph, why are you complaining about not making Rolling Stones money? Since I did more shows than the Rolling Stones last year on top of a morning drive radio show where I get up at ass o'clock. Mick
needs to start a morning show.
There you go.
I heard on the show a few years ago you're sitting on a huge trust fund. Isn't that enough?
Oh.
Yeah. Yeah. Okay.
Yeah, that's helpful.
Okay. Oh, new fan. Who's this? Steph, I bumped into you on YouTube. That was all it took. I've subscribed. I have a keen interest in all you have to say.
Huh? That would be a first.
Shut up.
What?
Somebody cares what I have to say. Not you two, but
well,
you do great work. I thank you for it. Keep being true, witty, and fun. Sincerely, Frank. You're welcome. Thank you, Frank. Thanks for lots of people finding us on the YouTubes. Fantastic.
Yeah.
Let's see, David. Stephanie is a fake lesbian. Oh, well.
Really? Since when?
A fake lesbian, apparently with a trust fund.
Wow.
David says, Steph, my beautiful wife and I had the pleasure of going to New York City, Sexy Liberal. That was one of the 17 shows I did last year on top of a morning drive radio show. Mick.
And you did great. I was there for half of them.
Yes. I stayed for the so-called meet and grope. It was a great experience meeting the whole gang. When we had a chance to meet you, Stephanie, my wife offered you her perfect 32 double D boobs for the grope part of meet and grope, and you declined. What lesbian in her right mind turns those down? I think maybe RFK's brainworm got in your head some. I am a lady. I'm not going to grab some random lady's knees, for God's sakes.
You have before.
Oh, well, Karen in Chicago is not random. Okay. Brian writes, here's my love letter to you, Mama. I know now that it's because of your statuesque Brooke Shields-like beauty that I spent the 1990s confusing Kathy Griffin with News Radio's Vicki Lewis. Oh, should I tell the story again? Sure. I was up to play Brooke Shields' best friend with the role that Kathy Griffin got.
Right.
But the casting director said what?
You look too much like Brooke Shields.
That's right. That's right.
Too much.
I'm going a different direction because I look.
Yeah.
So not true. Just they were trying to let me down easy. Just tell her this. Okay.
Yeah, they have a book of ways to turn people down.
Say this.
Give her a bone.
Yeah.
Throw her a boon. Denise in Michigan. Hello, Denise.
Hi, Stephanie.
Hi. Go ahead.
You were talking about God giving you a sign or giving us a sign that Trump should not have been elected.
Yeah.
Trump gave us his own sign. He did not place his hand on the Bible.
I know.
And
What do you think? Any of those fake Christians notice that or care? He deliberately didn't. Yeah. Yeah.
I hope they did. I hope those Christians. I'm a Christian, but I didn't vote for him.
Yeah.
But I'm telling you, I hope those evangelists realized he was giving them the finger.
Yeah. Yeah. No. Yesterday was a big to everybody, in my opinion, right? He saved a little for everybody, right? You know, Latinos, we're taking down all the Spanish language stuff we were trying to pander to you with, right? Okay. The state of Florida, because, we've always been at war with East Asia, and whatever dear leader says, the state of Florida became the first U.S. state to officially refer to the Gulf of Mexico as the Gulf of America. when issuing an emergency declaration ahead of a major winter event, in Florida, where they could even get snow. Because there's no such thing as climate change, as we tell you from the eye of the fire hurricane still raging in Los Angeles in rainy season. Hi. Okay. Just because he says it's the Gulf of America, you can't just... Who's in charge of that, Chris? Somebody pointed that out back when he... Just watching Hillary Clinton laugh her ass off was enough for me yesterday when he said that we're officially renaming it. But somebody said
it's been the Gulf of Mexico since the 1600s.
A designation.
You can call it...
Half the things he did yesterday is 50 executive... There's nothing that he can do. Just like things he signed in Sharpie. He can't unilaterally rename it the Gulf of...
You can call it My Aunt Esther. It doesn't change.
Did you know Chris, I'm not sure you knew this. Do you know what the Gulf of America, pardon me, I'm so sorry. Do you know what it's made of? It's not water. It's Brondo. I don't know if you knew that.
Oh, yes, of course it is.
Yeah,
plants crave it.
Yeah.
Yeah. That's what plants crave.
It's made of margarita mix.
Yummier.
All right. We have to look for the unintentional humor. Fox News Chiron misspells TikTok.
Yeah. Oh, this was hysterical.
TikTok shuts down in the U.S. is how they spelled it.
You can't
say
that, Stephanie.
You can spell it.
Well, it wasn't spelled like that. It's K-O-K. I can say that.
T-I-T-K-O-K.
Right.
Yeah.
Oh, I say. And.
Yeah, you can't.
Not together.
No.
That seems gender fluid. Isn't that illegal now?
It is illegal now. We have to call it Bruce.
Oh, boy. Seth in L.A. Hello, Seth.
Hello, everyone.
Oh, hello.
I haven't called in quite some time, so Happy New Year despite everything. And it was our anniversary yesterday, so that's all we've
Happy
done.
anniversary.
And
Happy anniversary. Happy anniversary.
Happy
anniversary.
Happy anniversary.
Welcome to Cheesecake Factory.
I just wanted to say, as the official homo of filth for the Stephanie Miller Show, and don't worry, Chris, you won't have to edit anything out.
Thank you.
I, too, upon learning that Jeff Bezos' dad was a unicyclist, wish that he had become a unicyclist, too, and I would have had a great suggestion for what he could do.
A Danish unicyclist.
Yes.
I learned that fun fact.
It's both a pastry and a bicycle.
Yeah, I learned that fun fact like a few months ago, and I'm like,
it's like
so
a minotaur.
random.
It's like a minotaur. Half man, half whatever. Half Danish, half pastry, half
unicyclist.
Bicycle. Yep. Christopher, who said, I really, truly appreciate the action President Biden has taken today on my behalf. Let me be perfectly clear. I have committed no crime, and there should be no possible grounds for any allegation or threat of criminal investigation or prosecution of me.
Oh, Pluto.
No, that would be Dr. Fauci, who has saved countless lives. He said the possibility of prosecution placed an immeasurable and intolerable distress on him and his family. Chris, who said, my family and I are deeply grateful for the president's action today after 43 years of faithful service in uniform to our nation, protecting and defending the Constitution. I do not wish to spend whatever remaining time the Lord grants me fighting those who unjustly might seek retribution for perceived slights.
Sweepy.
No, that would be General Mark Milley, who had his portrait taken down from the Pentagon because Trump is a vindictive little...
Yep.
He's a child.
Yes. It was like a day-long tantrum yesterday, wasn't it? Mark in Vegas. Hello, Mark.
Hi, can you hear me okay?
Yes, go ahead.
Oh, good. You're coming in really low on my phone. I have it turned up all the way.
Oh, I'm sorry.
I definitely agree. Yesterday was a tragic day for the U.S. and the world in general. And it's just frustrating how dumb so many people are. But on the other side of the coin, I just wish to acknowledge that there's an awful lot of good that Elon Musk has done in the world. There would be no electric car industry. There would be no electric car industry if it were not for his
I think Trump's going to take care of that.
Yeah, Trump's going to get rid of that. So Elon's fine with it,
well,
apparently.
he's actually no.
Okay. I'm not. You know what? I'm not in the mood for Nazi Elon Musk defenders this morning. But I'm a little tightly wound. Just going to give you a little warning. Elon Musk wants to stay very, very close to President Cittadini, according to a new report. He is converting, one such thing is converting a room near the Oval Office to a hangout space for his friends. Musk will probably be a regular in that space. So he's already scored White House office space, but that's in the Eisenhower Executive Office building adjacent to the White House. But Musk wants an upgrade.
I think he got that upgrade this morning.
Yeah, I think he did.
Oh, he's becoming like single orange male, isn't he? It's a little creepy.
Yes.
Yeah.
I think the Washington Post is reporting that he got that upgrade this morning.
Oh, fantastic.
He's got something on Donald.
Kara Swisher said Trump is a one-ring circus. I'm not sure Musk has figured that out yet. Trump does complain a bit to people about how Musk is around a lot. Well, let's just see how this whole thing goes. I swear to God, did you see any footage of Musk? I don't know what it is. The ketamine, I don't know what it is. But he is the weirdest acting human.
There was a GIF going around of him yesterday. It looked like he was going into a K-hole.
Yeah.
Which is what happens when you take too much ketamine.
You go into this kind of place.
Yeah. Okay. They just look like aliens, all of them. I'm sorry, Barron Trump, he's like he doesn't smile. Barron Trump, it's just weird. Melania Trump in that, I can't.
She didn't smile at all yesterday.
She never smiles.
I went with Al Capone just because they're admitting finally they're just a gangster family. They're just a mob family. But yeah, it is Hamburger hat and very much like the Jim Carrey, the mask hat.
Yes.
Was that not the weirdest outfit ever? Okay.
I'm sure it cost a fortune, too.
Yes. That bad fashion like that doesn't come cheap.
Nope.
Okay. It's Sliver of Light time.
Okay.
Some right-wing douchebag in Oklahoma school superintendent has been relentlessly pushing culture war issues. His antics are starting to wear thin for many Oklahoma voters as students' statewide test scores lag behind students in other states. Yeah. Wow. Think education might be a problem in how we got here today?
Blame Reagan. You voted for him.
Here we go.
I mean,
yeah. Well, now it's apparently if you listen to Trump yesterday, it's going to be a golden age of America, meaning golden showers. We're going to get trickle down, but with golden showers.
All this thanks to Reagan.
With tech bro prostitute pee. What?
All of this thanks to Reagan, whom you voted for.
I was a dumb USC kid. What did I know? Came from a Republican family. I didn't know.
Thank you, Steph.
I have done penance, obviously. I've devoted my life to all this in my basement.
And look where it got you.
All this. Oh, well. This is my penance for what I did in 1984.
Sorry.
Oh, what a dummy. Okay. 47.
Hey, I hitched my wagon to you, so.
Yes. What does that make you? Even more pathetic than me. 47 minutes after the hour. This portion of... Yay! Oh, Frangela on a sexy liberal weekend. I mean, come on.
Come on! We about to do it.
Francis is debuting a fantastic new hairdo for Sexy Liberal DC.
Yes, I'm in the witness protection program for the next 4 years.
I have sparkly silver nails. We're all excited.
Beautiful.
Because I'm wearing a sparkly silver dress. Aren't we excited? We're excited. We're excited. And what a lineup we have. We had Tara Setmeyer on yesterday, who's fantastic. And I did warn her that I somehow see you two jacking her up against the bar at the end of the night going, you just stay in the light with us now, sister. You do not go back to the... We have more Republicans on this panel than we've ever had at Sexy Liberal before.
Yeah. How did that happen?
Former Republicans. Tara Setmeyer, George Conway, Olivia Troy. But, courageous democracy warriors. I mean, Harry, how amazing is it to have Harry Dunn tomorrow night?
Oh, man.
I mean,
that's an honor.
Yeah. Jamie Raskin, JoJo from Jurors, just a lot of, all the people that were, are just, I keep saying about courage being contagious and cowardice being contagious. And they're all modeling courage, aren't they, in this new, whatever you want to call it. Do you have a sense of foreboding about Monday, Frangela?
Look, I think I have put myself in a cell that I created. I'm on lockdown. It's for everyone's safety.
Sure, yeah.
It's for everyone's safety. It's not just my own or my family. It's for everybody's safety that I just remain unable to make important decisions for a minute.
Yeah. As soon as the show is over on Saturday night, I'm going down to Mexico and hiding out.
No, you are not.
They're going to send you there anyway. I don't know why you don't let them do it on their dime.
No, but we were just talking to John Fugel saying that I'm not just saying this to be self-serving. Your voices, our voices, all of them are going to be really important now because humor, as you guys know in your lives, it's our biggest weapon. It helps us keep our sanity, and it helps other people, and it helps them show we're not effing afraid. And even if we are afraid, it's what you do with it, right?
Absolutely. And the reality is that the aperture for non-conservative content is getting smaller and smaller and smaller. And I'm watching CNN go farther right. MSNBC has lost almost 57% of their audience because of Morning Joe.
Yeah.
And the reality is our voices are very important.
Yeah. And speaking of, modeling courage, that's what I was talking to Tara about this week is, I think we can take some lessons from how they fight because, Michael Steele and David Frum are two of the only people that spoke truth to power right to Joe Scarborough's face about not bending the knee, and obviously that's what, Olivia Troy's doing and George Conway and people that are speaking out about the danger that we are heading into.
Absolutely. I think that people...
I should have posed a question. I'm sorry.
No, it's true, though, because I think that people... The mistake that you see people make over and over again is thinking that there's a way. See, I know Crazy Evil. It's one of my superpowers. And I can tell you there's no way to appease Crazy Evil. Right. There's no way to get on the good side of it. Because it's crazy and evil. So there's nothing you can do. So these moves to try to protect themselves, not only are they demoralizing and show an absolute lack of, courage and principle and ethics, but they aren't going to work. They don't keep them safe from anything.
Yeah. Well, when we were saying it's just so heartbreaking. I don't know if you saw any of the Lawrence O'Donnell interview. Biden was sharp. It was, all you have to do is look at the statistics of his record on what a great job he did. And here he is leaving with a 36% approval rating. And Frances, to your point, I put that directly at the feet of the mainstream media.
Yes, absolutely. Thank you. Stephanie, it is so difficult for me to, after the election, watch mainstream media because I am angry.
Okay. Good morning from the eye of the wildfires here in LA in the midst of rainy season. And it is, what in Minneapolis? Everybody else enjoying their polar vortex?
-19.
Pardon me?
-19.
-19.
It's a little chilly.
In Minneapolis.
Little chilly.
But there's a lot of reasonable buffets.
Oh, yeah.
So that makes it better.
They have big malls there.
Yeah. Snowstorm in Florida. Everything's fine. Everything's fine. Hey, it'd be a good idea? Let's get out of the Paris Climate Agreement. Oh, we did. Yesterday. Okay. Hey, Chris, who said executive orders cannot override the Constitution? Who said that?
President Merkley Muffin.
No, that'd be a new 5-day-a-weeker Rachel Maddow. Let's hope she's right. Yes, this is the Washington Post. Now, I I don't know how many. Was it 50? They said it might be 100 executive orders. I don't. It's okay. It's okay. They said also that would be unconstitutional, trying to overturn because it's in the Constitution, the thing they just swore to uphold.
Right.
Do you think that's why he didn't put his hand on the Bible?
Think so.
Because it's like, and I had my fingers crossed, so I'm not going to uphold the Constitution.
I think so.
I mean, I'm an atheist. I wouldn't put my hand on the Bible either.
They'll do the other thing. You can just swear, but
I would put my hand on a copy of the Constitution.
There you go. That's even better.
If I were president.
A legal writer, is there such a thing as a legal expert anymore? Who can say? He said, I do not hold the Supreme Court in high esteem, but I feel very confident it will now allow Trump to end birthright citizenship by executive order. I don't know what's going to be too crazy. Senator Ron Johnson said he was totally supportive of purchasing Greenland and suggested changing the name to Trumpland.
Oh, God.
Oh, yeah.
Which goes nicely with the Gulf of America. During a Sunday inaugural 2025 discussion of Trumponomics, the Economist presented a map of Trumpland in place of Greenland. The map also featured the Gulf of America because we have always been at war with East Asia. These are your new commands. Chris, who said, it's disgraceful, many are guilty of major crimes? DJT.
My Aunt Esther.
Yes, that was a good guess. No, that was Donald Trump talking about Trump slams Biden's disgraceful pardons. Right before he pardoned all the most, violent criminals from January 6th, including the head of the Oath Keepers and the Proud Boys.
Denny Terrio is out of jail.
Well, is there going to do a reboot of Dance Fever? Or?
Sure.
Okay.
Yeah, with his brother.
Enrique
Terrio, yeah.
Keep an eye out for Stuart Rhodes. Okay.
He's already out, too.
Because he only has
one good eye. He shot it out himself.
Are they still writing these stories? All the sweet summer children in the polar vortex in the mainstream journalism. Okay. Allies hoping Rubio can rein in crazy Trump. Oh, yeah. There's going to be a lot of guardrails, obviously, because J.D. Vance and Pam Bondi assured us he would never pardon the violent criminals from January 6th. Marco Rubio is going to be completely toothless. Okay. So, Trump recently said President Xi of China respects me because he knows I am crazy. The columnist wrote, unfortunately, fear of the madman recedes if he does not occasionally do something truly deranged. For that reason, many expect Trump to start his administration fast, trying to unsettle his opponents, prove his America First approach has substance. This is where Rubio comes in, diplomats hope. Or the one guy that questioned Trump's penis size, he'll be really relying on him. More generally, European diplomats insist they are not clutching at straws when they say the Trump administration's policies may be more nuanced than his rhetoric.
He says no.
Oh, good luck with
That's
that.
funny.
Sorry. Okay. So what do we? have to just root for incompetence, I guess. The GOP already feeling the clock ticking to get Trump's agenda passed. According to Politico, Republicans only barely were able to reappoint Mike Johnson with the narrowest of House majorities in modern history. And House and Senate Republicans are bitterly dividing, facing chaos over how to use the reconciliation process. Fight, fight, fight. You're all equally awful. Not a mandate. One vote. They have a one-vote majority in the House of Representatives. So good luck, all y'alls. All right. Well, God bless the United States. Am I right, everybody?
God bless the United States.
Shut the up, Donnie. We'll see you tomorrow on the Stephanie Miller Show.